almost 7 o'clock. I got guide clients coming. I've been real busy this year, haven't had a chance to do much fall fishing, but I wanted to talk about it real quickly before we go run these lines. The fall season runs from when the water temperatures go from 80 to 60 degrees. We catch a lot of big fish that time of year. And what I really like about it is, like see right now, you get the fog on the lake, it's beautiful, and there are a few folks around, but nothing like in the spring. In the spring, this lake gets a lot of heavy crappie pressure. There'll be somebody tied up to every single tree. In the spring, we fish these Topcats and cheaters from 60 degrees on up through 80 degree water temperature. Then it kind of cuts off. You'll catch a lot of small fish in the summer, come back in the fall from 80 degrees down to 60 degrees. It's water temperature right now is about 70 degrees. Again, it's October 9th. Got a quarter moon last night. We've been having temperatures in the mid 70s, and at night it's been getting down into it's supposed to have gotten down last night into the 40s. Doesn't feel that cold to me today, but if you're in an area where your water temperature is somewhere between that 80 and 60 degree zone right now, and especially on the fall, I'm in central Kansas on the eastern side of the state, so anybody south of me is going to be bound to be in perfect water conditions. And the further south you are into Texas, you could be right at the beginning of the 80 degree and falling on down. So been selling a lot of gear this year, got a new website, getting me in front of some people that I don't think have seen me before. So if you dig what we're doing, pass it on. I wanted to talk about a little bit about rod and reel fishing. A lot of people don't really dig the alternative method. If you've ever heard of a downrigger is a device that allows you to put your lure attached to it and lower that into the exact zone that the fish are in. So like if you're on a fish boat, the skipper will say put the downriggers to 72 feet. So you drop them bad boys to 70 feet because there's a school of fish at 70 feet. So that device allows you to put your lure in the strike zone. A fish takes that lure, pulls your line out of the clip, and then you have that fish. The device just allows you to position your bait at 114 feet or 60 feet, wherever those fish are, that school of fish. This Topcat, I put the same exact clip, goes an eagle, same exact clip on the end of the line as a downrigger clip instead of a hook. Instead of putting the hook leader that comes with it, you put a downrigger clip on it. You run your line from your rod and reel to the clip, put your bait again on the surface of the water. There's no other way currently available to replicate the splash of that bait fish on the very surface. The only way to do it is to use a device to hold that line up so that that bait is on the top. Guys say they put a big bait a foot under a bobber. You know, that's kind of almost the same thing, but it's nothing like what I'm doing. My bait is stationary. It's consistently calling to the fish that I'm trying to locate. This time of year in the fall, I will try to use the biggest baits possible. I was over at Truman a few weeks ago. Some other guys were wanting devices, and I went over there, sold them a bunch of Topcats, but they were fishing and they were using carp that were probably 10 to 12 inches long, and they were not catching any 4 and 5 pound fish. They would only have 4, 5, 7 fish a day, but they were all 35 to 55 pound fish. So again, if you like to rod and reel these kind of fish, it's an excellent setup if you can find a place where you can be. I like doing it from shore with like a kayak or a canoe. There's a number of trees along shore. Put your rods in rod holders with a lawn chair. Chill out, hang out, put your baits right on the surface, and that 30 minutes before dark till about an hour after dark is just smoking hot. And then when I do it, it seems to cool off for the end of the remainder of the evening, and you'll have a really aggressive bite an hour and a half or 2 hours before daylight. So dude, that was way more stuff than I wanted to tell you this morning. I got guide clients coming. They ought to be here anytime, so come along with us and we'll go out and see what we got going on. Thank you very much. Take care.
A good ready?
Oh wow, pretty skinny, man.
That's just
much.
That's just what I was catching.
Just that same size.
Same size, like clockwork. You can't keep that one.
Dude, we'll throw him in the bucket. Just man, there's really not much to him.
Now let's throw him away.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was asking, not.
There ain't much fat on him.
No.
Oh! So close, so close. He was just barely hooked. That wasn't your fault. You had a good move, but that was a little better fish.
Was that a blue?
Man, I think it's just.
It wasn't a flathead.
No, it was a channel cat. It was a big channel
Nice
cat.
channel cat.
Just a different color. A different color. But that was a little bit nicer fish.
Yeah.
Don't lose this one.
He's gonna make you do it next. It's your turn, I think. Anyhow, actually. Hey, that's a little bit better fish.
Yeah, that's a channel.
I'd say that's probably a little bit smaller than the one we just watched.
Yeah, the one we just watched.
He was going to put you in home a little bit ago, remember? All right, Logan, the pressure's on, man.
He talks a lot of shit.
He does talk a lot. He's going to have to make some pretty impressive moves here since we're wedged in. Oh, look at the technique.
I love the good technique.
The quick unhook, I love it. I'll get that gear off that tree, Logan. I tell everybody I get you guys trained and then I never see you again, man. You shall see, you shall see. Hey, looped back over. That's not even as big as the last one.
No, you did the...
Logan just showing off up there, man.
Yeah. I thought it was
This lake is
He's
so...
been fighting a little while.
Yeah, he was really...
His lips all tore up.
They can, you can tell a fish that's caught in the morning compared to like a fish that's caught in the evening.
Yeah.
One that was hooked last night will be pretty docile. The one that you hooked this morning will be pretty active.
You think that was a morning fish?
Yeah, he still had a lot of game. You got the skipper wet, man. That's not acceptable, Logan. Yeah, that's probably a 5, 6, 5.
And you said I was gonna lose it.
What I think I said was your dad was going to lose the next one. Isn't that what I said?
I think that's what you said.
Normally, if you have two together like this, if you have a fish on one, you'll have a fish on the other because the commotion the first fish makes will call the second fish in. Yep. All right, Logan. Just a little fish. Or a tired fish. A real tired fish. Be a big one. Ah, little bitty.
No, he's a
lower backer.
lower backer.
He don't do the unhook thing, does he?
Nope. I just do the catch. I make him do the unhook.
Dude. You have to put the worm on his hook too?
No.
No. He'll put his own worm on.
He'll put his own worm on. Well, you can...
Don't get me wet, Logan. Hey! Let's see, that's one that was up last night.
Yeah, pretty docile.
Pretty docile. See, I put this one here, of course, because the structure right up in here, you know. So.
Hey, Dad, lean back that way a little bit.
Lean back like.
That's a thrower back.
I don't care, man. We're cleaning fish. It's up to you guys. You guys are taking them home if you want to keep it. You can keep it. If you don't, throw her back.
Hook out of it head through.
Just kind of spin it right on. There you go.
That was all just wedged in. I think I'm all ahead.
All right, not a problem. Compared to the air when you're. Oh, another drinker.
A bait.
Bait, baby.
He was caught this morning. He's a
He didn't even get him inside the head. Got him underneath. All right, there you go, man. Logan and Norm come out fishing with me today. We had those 6 plus, I think we threw 4 back. One we lost at the rail that looked like 5 at the time, but it was actually like 20, I think. We didn't get away it, but it was a big fish.
Great morning, great guide.
There you go. It was a good time. Thanks for coming, guys.
Steve Green, the catfishing machine.
There you go. See ya.